I've been looked over twice over. I failed 100 different times, but I'm still on the grind. It don't define me. Don't care if they believe. Manifest the vision that no one else can see. I put in that effort like the underdog. Sweat on my brow with my back against the wall. I've been going through this life like the underdog. I'm working hard like an underdog. I've been looked over twice over. I failed 100 different times, but I'm still on the grind. It don't define me. Don't care if they believe. Manifest the vision that no one else can see. I put in that effort like the underdog. Sweat on my brow with my back against the wall. I've been going through this life like the underdog. I'm working hard like an underdog. I've been looked over twice over. I failed 100 different times, but I'm still on the grind. It don't define me. Don't care if they believe. Manifest the vision that no one else can see. I put in that effort like the underdog. Sweat on my brow with my back against the wall. It don't define me. Don't care if they believe. Manifest the vision that no one else can see. I put in that effort like the underdog. Sweat on my brow with my back against the wall. I've been going through this life like the underdog. I'm working hard like an underdog.
Was poppin'. Welcome to day 2 of Monetize Your Brand Summit. Let's get the air horns. All right, let's do it. Look, do me a favor. Shout out to those people who are watching live. Shout out to everybody who's watching the replay. We love and appreciate you. If you are watching live, actually, whether you're watching it live or the replay, drop where you're watching it from. Okay, drop where you're watching it from. I'm going to shout out some of y'all while we are here. Today is about to be very, very special. Okay, very special. You see, we got Jose in the building. Okay.
We ain't playing no games today.
And
Nicky, you see me, right? I got the notes, the pen. I'm ready.
Have notes. How do you already have notes?
Oh, no. That was the page before. This is the blank page. My bad.
We cheated. We had a special training. You don't even know.
Right.
But hold on. Let me show some love to some people. We see Jackson. I think that's Mississippi. No, MS, I think. Yep. Okay. Atlanta in the building. Charlotte. I see you. Phoenix in the building. Okay. All right. New York, that's close to my heart. I'm just saying. LA in the building. Okay. Ohio. I'm trying to see if we global. I'm trying to see if Here we go.
Yeah, we global.
Shout out to Ghana. All right. I see Jersey, Charlotte, Philly, Rochester, Texas, Jersey again, Detroit, Ohio, Alabama, Atlanta's strong, Jersey, Detroit, Brooklyn. You see, I'm paying attention to all y'all. Hampton, VA, and so many more. Look, I'm not going to take up no more of your time because there is a lot of information, okay? So if you heard yesterday, Jose is not a game when it comes to these courses, okay? Not a game. He's done courses for everybody within the ETA family, okay? I mean, everybody. The one you may really, really know, of course, is Eric Thomas, but another one is the 9-to-5 millionaire Jamal King and made over $1 million. Like I said, your favorite Atlanta influencer, he's touched them in their course somehow, some way. I'm not going to wait no more, all right? Jose, you ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Go.
Oh, we are out here. Monetize your brand summit. I'm Jose, black dude with a Spanish name, aka Idris Elbow, aka Minnie Moore's Chestnut. I ain't even going through all the AKAs. We about to get this thing started. First and foremost, what I need you to do, keep putting those names as far as where you're from in the chat. We definitely want to see them. Also, what I need you to do is put I am the brand. I need you to put I am the brand in the chat, whether it's hashtag I am the brand, put the emoji with it, whatever that is. I want to make sure I'm getting through all the content within the hour. We got to make sure I'm one of those ones. I'm trying to leave it all on the court and we ain't playing no games. So again, I'm Jose. Before we even get started, right, I had a great day. I sent this thing to Nicky, right? And let me go ahead and show it real quick. First and foremost, in the chat, I need you to know if you've seen the Genius documentary, the 3-part series with Kanye West. Just put it in the chat. Okay, yup. I see y'all. Y'all putting it in there. Okay, y'all seen it. The biggest thing about it, I actually was watching the Genius documentary, and for real, all of it was powerful. It was all powerful. Yet at the same time, my favorite part was episode 2. My favorite part was episode 2. So fast forward, I started actually writing down notes in regards to episode 2 and how does that pertain to personal branding and how does that pertain to courses. And I was actually sharing it just yesterday with one of my clients as we were building out his course. And what happens is he used to be an exec in the music industry. And what happens is he actually did one of these moves. He actually reached out as far as to Cootie. I don't know if y'all can see it, but he reached out to Cootie showing the actual video of me talking about the breakdown of episode 2 and how I pertained that thing to a brand. And that thing shocked me. Believe me, I had another story we was about to go with. I said, nah, we're going to go with this one. So real quick. Again, if you saw the Genius doc, put that thing in the chat. Make sure we light it up. Thank you for everybody who was coming in. A couple things that I took away from it real quick. I don't know if y'all saw it, but there was the scene where Kanye was actually rapping with Jay-Z. Right, they're in the studio and they're rapping, and he actually gets on the actual album. Why? Because again, he went in there, he spit. Again, Jay-Z probably know him just for being a producer, but he spit. And one of the things that Jay even said was, "Oh, I'm glad you came in here because closed mouths don't get fed." Now, here's the thing about it. As I pertain this thing to the personal branding and to the courses, yes, we know that was a constant theme in regards to closed mouths don't get fed or no waiting on specific opportunities. But I'm going to say it like this. A closed mouth doesn't get fed, nor does it feed. I'm going to let that one simmer in your spirit for a little bit. A closed mouth does not get fed, nor does it feed. Again, what I was talking about it earlier in regards to like having that product out, that service, that program. What you do is life or death. When we say I am the brand, it's saying, yo, I believe in my brand bigger than everybody else, meaning that my levels of expertise, the thing that I bring to the table is going to help somebody else. It's going to feed somebody else. But it's a lot of us sitting back and we ain't talking. We overthinking of it. I'm going to do it Monday. I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do it next quarter. I'm going to do it on my birthday. I'm going to do it January 1st. And again, your mouth is closed. And so what happens is you're not feeding the people who need to eat. You're not feeding the people who need your expertise. So again, what happens is when we're talking about with Kanye, he created an opportunity for himself. But then also think about the amount of lives that he touched after that opportunities were created. And so what I'm saying to you, are you creating opportunities? And then also, are you feeding people that knowledge? All right, let's keep going. Next one, if you saw the documentary, what happened was there was Pharrell. Pharrell's one of my dope, favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the DMV. Even though where he's from is not part of the Northern Virginia, we still gonna claim him for the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. But what happens is Pharrell said, I didn't know. He said, I didn't know. And what happens is he actually started apologizing. He's like, yo, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I did not know. And you're one of the greatest. I can already tell. And I only heard 1.5 songs. But that's the other side of greatness. I need you to understand when you connect with people, they're going to compartmentalize you, right? They're going to put you in a box. And I understand that sometimes that's going to be good. Sometimes it's going to be bad. We got to understand what box they're actually putting us in. Right. And so what happens is you will be able to rock within your purpose, but then you can also change the narrative. What am I meaning? It's people who are on your social media who don't know what you do. There's people who are in your family who don't know what you do. You got friends who don't know what you do. Yet at the same time, you thinking like you out here, you a guru. Remember I said, whatever level you at, you're literally at a space where you are a guru, you are a master. And we're going to talk about that later. But at the same time, we got people who have you in a box. Are you ready to get outside of that box? Are you ready to let people know what you do? Are you ready to start that tax business? Are you ready to start as far as your confidence? Are you ready to start in the space of helping people get their fitness right? Are you ready? And then last what I saw in the joint, it was pretty dope. And it was Kanye at the end. He was showing his music video, right? He was showing his music video and he gave a speech. Now, the thing about it, because he had traveled to California, they had basically dried up the budget. And they was like, all right, look, we're not giving you the budget in regards to record this album. Well, here's the thing about it, though. Here's the thing. Kanye took his own money. He invested in himself. And he said, yo, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to create beats. So I'm going to create revenue. I'm going to create opportunities. Matter of fact, everybody in the chat, I need you to put I am an ATM machine. Yep. I am an ATM machine. I am an ATM machine. Why? Because you have the knowledge, you have the fortitude, you have the information that you can walk out of bed and you can create money. We're going to talk about how we're going to create that money today. You see, he said, oh, I got to go out and do these beats. And then I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to invest and I'm going to put that back into me. I'm going to put that back into my business. Again, so just remembering, just off of the break, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I click to the last one. Just make sure you're thinking about it, right? Based off of this doc, the biggest thing we're talking about is first, what? The closed mouths don't get fed, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. Next one, we making sure that the people who, quote unquote, have us in a box, we're going to get to a space where they're going to understand what we do in this space. And then the last one is actually looking at, you know what, I am somebody who can help other people. I can invest in myself. And then I'm also going to make sure that that investment actually reaps a reward or there's fruit that's going to come from it. All right, let's get started, Jose. Let's get these slides going again. You know what I'm saying? Deeper than the brand. Shout out to all my people in I2M, I2C, Deeper Than the Brand, Book Club, everybody. If you're affiliated with the squad, we appreciate you. You have no idea. Let's get this thing rocking. I'm Jose, the black dude with a Spanish name. Again, I'm going to go ahead and click through all these. I had these extra slides in there, but it don't matter. We still going to make this thing work. You see, I'm next to these two pretty individuals. You know what I'm saying? And what I need you to do first and foremost, is we're going to commit first and understand the rest later. I already said we're going deep in it. I need you to commit first and understand the rest later. There's going to be people who say, yo, I don't understand about a course. I don't understand as far as how to pick a topic. I don't understand how to monetize. Or it could be those other people that are in the space who say, yo, I already put out a course, but it's not catching that traction. I already put out a course, but the people are not going through the completion rates, right? Already got as far as my course. And what happens is people are complaining. We're here to help you. So we're going to first off, we're going to commit first, and then we're going to understand the rest later. Next, what we're going to do. First and foremost, we got to commit first. Then everybody's an expert at their level. Remember, I said if you're a 3, you are literally a guru at that 3 level, and you can teach the 2s, the 1s, other 3s, the 0s, the novice, the beginners. If you're a 9, you could teach your course all the way down, right? You could be a 5. And a lot of times we're looking at the scoreboard of social media, and we're like, oh, I'm not as good as them. Well, here's the thing about it. Because of the way you look at the world, because of the level of topics that you have and your level of expertise, you have something refreshing that maybe they're not thinking about, right? So I need you to understand you are a guru at your level. Next one we got again is we don't create something because we think that is good. We create because our clients aren't getting results. It's not about you. One of my coaches used to always say, our people only listen to one station. That's WIIFM. What's in it for me? I always break it down 2 different ways, simple and selfish, simple and selfish, simple and selfish. I need to make this thing simple so somebody can be able to go in, get it, learn it, great, and selfish because it's playing on their desires. It's playing on the benefits to them, right? So again, we don't create because we think we want to create something. We create because our clients aren't getting specific results. Next one, you don't know what your clients need unless you ask them. I'm telling you, unless you actually ask them, you don't know what they need. Right. So going through the process of quantifiable results, going through the process of asking the people, putting out polls on social media. Right. We literally get into a place where we're asking them, what do you need from me? And then I'm able to now provide that thing. Anybody know me in the sales space? We always say connection, discovery, alignment, and close. I connect with you. I discover what you need. I align with a solution, and then I close that thing out. right? So we don't know until we ask them. And then last but not least, I need you to really hone in on this one. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. If I got a valuable course, I promise you I can sell it for whatever. Like, yo, I'm gonna sell a $10,000 course. Like, Jose, how you gonna do a $10,000 course? Hey, I'm just shooting for the moon because I'm going to teach them how to make 11,000. Okay, that might be a little bit of value. No, but I'm gonna teach them how to do 11,000 a month, or I'm gonna teach them how to do 11,000 a week. And now, is it valuable? And does the price matter? And so again, price is only an issue in the absence of value. All right, so let's keep this thing moving. Formula for branding 3+1. We have education, entertainment. We got inspiration. We got status. Nicky talked about some of this about yesterday, right? So we got the educational piece, right? We got the entertainment. Then sometimes you got to think about, we could be a combination of all these things. We just got to know what our main focus is, right? And so next one I would say, as y'all writing down the notes, because I want to make sure I'm getting everything. We just setting the scene right now. We setting the scene. We have the 3 levels of value. 3 levels of value. And I always say first, it saves time. It saves time. And what happens is, when I'm saying it saves time, it might have took you 10 to 15 years to learn what you learned. It might have took you 5 years. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to do this thing in 5 months. I'm trying to learn this thing in 5 days. I'm trying to learn this thing quicker than you did, right? Maybe it saves you money. Again, you spent $20,000 here. You might have went through this culture program. You did the ClickFunnels masterminds. You did all these things in these workshops. I ain't trying to pay that. I'm trying to save some money because you got something for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be able to do this digitally, and I don't have to work directly with you. Okay, cool. Then it makes me some money. Okay, cool. I'm showing you how to get to the bag. And then what happens is, now we're talking about transforming our people, transforming their lives in this space. All right. So when I break down courses, we have the 3+1 types of courses. We have the workshop course. We have the starter mini course. We have the signature course. That's the one that I specialize in. We have the certification course also, right? Quick breakdown on all of these. The workshop course, hey, this could be considered a workshop course. We could take what we're teaching here, package it up, and give it to the people and sell it and monetize it. Great. A workshop course also could be a live component where you're teaching at a live. You're going to a hotel and you're in the conference room and you teaching this thing, and that could be great. Right. The starter mini course, this is saying this is a little bit more digestible, a little bit more bite size in regards to a course. And here's the crazy part. The mini courses can be sent out to your text community. They can send out via email. You could put it on Thinkific or Kajabi and all those different things. Right. You can send this out where it's bite size and they can actually go through, and it's not going to take up their whole time. Right? That's the starter mini one. Then we have the signature one. This is the one that I work with the most. And this is basically saying, hey, you know what? I'm a leader in my field. I have a secret sauce to what I do in this space. But what happens is, I've been trading too much time for money. I'm not doing any more of the one-on-one. So I have the signature course. You want to rock with me? Okay, here, you take this signature course and it's going to get you that same amount of transformation. But what happens is, if you still want to rock with me, then I create a mentorship. Or if you still want to rock with me, then I have a one-on-one, and there's a higher level of premium only because there's a higher level of access. That's the signature course. And similar to the signature course is the certification one. The certification one is basically saying, hey, I'm high level in my field. These doctors, these high level. Okay, you know what? Perfect example. Eric Thomas has a certification for certified speakers. It's like, oh, you go through this program, you go through this course, you're now certified. You're a certified ETA game changer. Again, this is usually somebody who has a name in the industry, and you're getting certified to actually go through the program. All right, so that's the 3+1 of the types of courses. One thing I want you to understand, I need you to really, really understand this. As a matter of fact, let me move this over here to this screen so I can make sure I see everybody. I appreciate y'all for being here. Everybody thinks they got information, and I love it, right? We all have types of information. We all have things that we put out to the world, but then there's some of y'all that want to hold it tight. Y'all want to hold tight as far as that thing that you got. You don't want to go live. You ain't trying to give out your ebook or sell your ebook for the low cost. You're not trying to put out your book. You're like, oh, I got to hold this tight. This is my secret sauce. And I promise you, people don't pay for information. People do not pay for information. And the reason why I say that same thing you holding tight, I promise you, give me 5, 10, 15 minutes and I can find that thing on Google. I can find that thing on YouTube. I can jump on somebody's live, or I could jump into somebody's webinar. They don't pay for information, right? What they do pay for is going to be organization. They're going to pay for application, and then they're going to pay for your transformation, right? So organization, this is what we're talking about right here. This is what we're talking about right here. The organization is saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to actually put this in an organized fashion to take you through the steps from A to B, A to J, A to M. I never really say A to Z. I'm not taking you to the complete. That's what most people think. No, we're going to take you to A to J, right? There's going to be a level of transformation at J, because I ain't perfect. I don't know everything, but I'm going to take you to where I know. And see, then we have application. That's now applying what we've learned. That's now them seeing quantifiable results. That's now them teaching others also, because you've put so much in them. And then we're talking about the transformation, right? So again, stop holding that thing close, because again, I need you to put that thing out to the world. I need you to really put that thing out to the world. Here's the think questions. I need you to write this down for me. I need you to write this down for me. What are the results I will promise my students? What are the results I will promise my students? That P word is probably the most important thing when I talk about a course. We don't do guarantees, we do promises. And I usually say the promise is in the average. What I mean in regards to that is, if I've helped multiple people and some of them are super successful, some are mid-tier successful, some of them are low end, some are in that in between, my promise is in the average of the levels of success that I've helped other people in that space. What am I going to promise my students, right? Next up, what we're looking at is, hold on one second, make sure my joint is going. What is the best possible way I can get my students to A to B as quickly as possible? All they care about is getting to the result. So all that story, here's the thing real quick. I need y'all to hear me out. A lot of times we'll start out this course or our program and we want to talk about us. Remember, I always said it's not about you. I need you to understand, if we are going to talk about us, we need to ensure that our stories, our anything that we've been through is only to help somebody else. Only to help somebody else. Again, because we don't care. Look, they don't care. They don't care until they care. So it's, again, what's the benefit for me? What have you done for me lately? Because I don't have no time. It's too many people on social media, too many ads coming out there, and I need to understand, what do you do that I need to, how you going to get me to A to B as quickly as possible? All right, I digress real quick. Let's get back to it. I want y'all to really, really hone into that. What is the results I will get my students? The results that you get your students as quickly as possible. Those are your think questions. And then, how do my students want to learn? How do they want to learn the content? Do they want video? Do they want audio? Do they want a combination of video and audio? Do they want slides? Do they not want to see you? Do I want to have a cartoon, right? Do I want to do a doodly? Do I want to hire Aaron, the artist? Who I want to hire out in this space to create this thing? And how do they want to learn? And is it a combination? That's understanding who your person is or who your avatar is, right? How do my students want to learn? So those are your think questions. I want you to think about this real quick too. Manipulation versus influence. Manipulation versus influence. First off, manipulation is your agenda when communicating. What do I mean? Is literally anytime I'm showing up, if I'm communicating my agenda, then that's high level manipulation. Yet the influence is their agenda. You see, right now, what I'm speaking to you is literally about your agenda. You getting to the next level. You getting that high level of transformation. You creating a product, a service, a workshop, an ebook, or whatever. Again, not just a course that's going to cause transformation for somebody else. That's going to cause that impact. We talk about, again, manipulation and influence. So I need us to do our own self-reflection. What are we doing? Is it manipulation or are we doing influence? All right, KIM, let's keep it moving. We got that out the way. I want you to first pinpoint the promise, pinpoint the promise, pinpoint the problem in the promise. Again, I want to make sure I'm saying that word promise again, over and over again, right? So we got pinpoint the problem in the promise. What I need you to do also, you're going to brainstorm your course lessons. You're going to brainstorm what we're going to talk about. I need you to do this almost like that, I call it an unadulterated brain dump. What is the topic at hand? And for those who've already done this, we want to almost go back and say, what can I change about my course? Or what can I change about my program? Or what can I change about my workshop? Or what can I change about my live component that I'm able to say, okay, you know what? Let's go back and brainstorm these course lessons right in the space. Next one, we're going to create the actual course lessons. First time we brainstormed them. Now we're going to create them. We're going to write them out. And this will be like a rough draft or a rough skeleton or a rough outline, right? And then after that, we're going to refine. We're going to refine. So now we're going to trim off the fat. Again, we don't care about your story unless it benefits me. I want to hear about your student testimonies. Does it benefit me? I want to hear about the pain. I want to hear about the obstacles. I want to hear about the hurdles, right? That's how we go into the refining of our course. And then we're going to enhance this thing. We're going to enhance it with PDFs. We're going to enhance this thing with audio. A lot of times, a lot of y'all listen to podcasts. Let's add audio component to it. People are listening to the podcast. Is it going to be specific promo videos? What other things are we going to add to enhance it, to add more value? Is it going to be your PDF, your ebook that was already your lead magnet, right? These are all the things that you want to look at in regards to the levels of enhancement. All right. So when we're talking about pinpointing the promise, and again, I said we're going to actually first we got to title this thing out. When I mean title this thing out, we do a rough draft. For those who remember this before, I'm big and keen on having these power words. How you going to name your course? And the main reason that is we ain't trying to wait to the last moment. That is one of the things that I used to do. I was getting to the transformation. We weren't even thinking about as far as what that course is going to be called. Right. And so what happens is you got masterclass, we got advanced, we got university, we got all these different things in there. And you got to understand that we are able to look, ours is summit, right? Monetize your brand summit. We got all these different things in there. These are key words that kind of evoke emotion when I'm naming out my course or I'm naming out my program. Right. And so we got the names. I want y'all to take a screenshot of that if you can. All right. So after we've actually roughed down the title, we're going to get to the problem solved in the course. What keeps them up at night? What are the certain things that they want? What is the levels of transformation? What is that thing that they're thinking about? They're dreaming about. How do they get to the next level? How do they get out of the situation that they're in right now with the product, the service, knowledge that you have? Problem solved, desires that you will fulfill. Right? Think about it. What is the problems that you solve and or the desires that you want to fulfill? And I always say I deal more with problems and pain than I do with desires. There's a lot of people got desires, but they don't do nothing. They don't move. Oh, I want to make 6 figures. I want to do 7 figures. Yeah, that's a desire, but you haven't moved. But I promise you, if the rent or mortgage was late, you're gonna figure out what to do. If your kid was sick, you're gonna figure out what to do. Right? You're going to figure out how to get out of the situation that you're in if it's painful enough. So we're going to focus on the pain and the problems. All right, next, we want to describe that promise again. You see that P word is again, we describe it. And what I mean as far as describing, let's go back real quick. I got a lot of people who will say in their promise, like, let me show you how to effectively get to one place to another in your business. That doesn't say nothing. Matter of fact, that should be in a Hallmark card for real. Because what you're saying to me doesn't make any sense. I want specific, tangible things when you're talking to me about your promise. That thing I can feel, taste, touch, see. I want to know when you promising me something. I want to know specifically what that thing is, right? I want you to tell me what that promise is. So you need to describe it. Could not a 5-year-old, but somebody in the 5th grade, could they understand it? Somebody in 3rd grade, could they understand it? All right. Next, I want you to think about your avatar's previous experience, right? Because we have other people in our lane. Maybe they've tried a different product, or maybe they went to a different conference and they heard different things. We want to think about their previous experience because it's almost biases or certain things that they can bring in when they come into your program or reviewing your course. And then lastly, what are the 4 to 10 steps that will make up your course? I'm giving y'all homework. Matter of fact, here's the homework. I need y'all to write down from 0 to hero, the levels of transformation. What are 8 or 10 steps, right? This basic overarching steps to get to that level of transformation. That thing that you teach. Again, remember, I don't care if you at a level 3. Show me the 8 to 10 steps to get to level 3. Whatever that thing is, whatever industry that you're in. Can you write? I need you to write that down. I challenge you. I need you to write that down. If you're going to do that, I need you to put a 1 in the chat that you're going to do that. I need y'all to write down, take notes. Again, 4 to 10 steps, right? To take somebody from 0 to hero based off of the information that you have. And I promise you, when you write this down, you will be able to use this thing later. I'm not just saying it just for saying it, right? We will be able to use this thing later. What we can do, we can create an ebook, Oh, now we done created a lead magnet. Oh, now we done added to our course. Oh, now I'm able to give this thing away. Oh, now it's solidifying when I put it on social media. Those same people who didn't know I did this thing, now they know I did it because we actually created this ebook in Canva because I already wrote down the steps that Jose told me to do on the Monetize Your Brand Summit. Y'all ain't hearing me though. It's all good. It's all good. Write down those 4 to 10 steps, right, that will make up your course or, again, the levels of transformation. All right. So after we got the title, we got the problems that will be solved in the course, right? Oh, all right, let me go back. My bad. I went too far back. All right. So we described the promise. I hit the wrong button. All right. We got the avatar experience. Yep. And the 4 to 10 steps. All right. I want you to think about this. This is I call it the engine cycle. So we got the personal brand, we got the course, right? We have, as far as enrollment, people enrolling. Now, here's the thing. Before we go any further, the course could be anything. It could be your program. It could be your mentorship. It could be your ebook. It could be your physical book. It could be your podcast. Man, we can go down the list. Your webinar, your challenge. It could be all these different things. Not just saying, oh, got course. Not just saying, oh, we're going to create a course, right? And that's the biggest thing. And the biggest hindrance, most people think, oh, it's only about courses. No. So we got our program, right? We got our personal brand, and then we got our program or whatever that thing is. Then we got enrollment. Then after the enrollment, what happens is, right, we got transformation. After I created that transformation, that thing creates ambassadors. It creates unpaid employees. It creates people who are going to speak on behalf of you. It's going to create people who are unpaid, like people who are literally the marketing arm or the legs to your legacy, right? Because they speak on your behalf. And you ain't paid them nothing other than literally giving them transformation. And it becomes a cycle. So now they start rocking with you and your personal brand, that know, like, and trust factor. And then you put out your program, you put out that course, we got enrollment, we got transformation ambassadors, and it keeps going and it keeps going in a circle. I need y'all to understand that, really understand and hone in on that. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of some of these things. How can I create a pre-sale based off of a workshop type course, right? Get paid. And I ain't got no outline. Jose, I know it take you a while working with your clients, building out that outline. And I'm trying to learn that thing. I'm trying to get to this thing to be able to learn. First and foremost, I need you to offer your tribe a live version of your modules. And I'm going to actually put chapters, right? I should have wrote chapters in here. And the main reason we say chapters now is because sometimes people don't understand modules and lessons, all right? Modules is similar to a chapter in a book. And people understand as far as chapters in the book. And I want you to almost think about it for real, even in this space, as we're going to offer this live version of our modules. I want you to think about, can this module or can this chapter or can this session stand alone by itself? Again, I'm giving you a little bit of game. A lot of times we create, but we want our chapters or our modules of our course to almost be like a standalone course within itself. Yes, the next thing will take you to another level, but I need to be able to get to a certain level on my module. So we're going to offer this thing out free or at a low cost at a live version. Again, maybe you're going to jump on YouTube Live. Maybe you're going to jump on Mighty Networks. Maybe you're going to jump on IG Live. But remember, we're going to register the people. Maybe you're going to jump on as far as a Zoom. Maybe you're doing it in a private Facebook group, right? You're going to offer this thing to people. Again, we already wrote down, or you're going to write down the 10 steps on getting them through the process. We're going to flesh that thing out, and we're going to offer it live. Right? So we offer that thing live to our people. Matter of fact, before we go on to the next one, what I need you to do, I'm giving y'all homework. I mean, this is what it is. I'm giving y'all homework. Before we get to that one, what I need you to do, yes, you. What I need you to do on your social media, on your stories, whether it's Facebook stories, IG stories, whether it's on your YouTube stories, I need you to put a post. It could just be words. It could be a picture of you, whatever, however you want to do it. You're going to say, hey, I'm planning to do a workshop. You could say a webinar, whatever, but I'm going to use, let's say workshop. I'm planning to do a workshop about blank. You fill in the blank. Of course, you know. What is that thing that you do good? What is that thing that you do better than most? What is that thing you got the levels of expertise in? What is that thing you could teach somebody else? I need you to say, hey, I'm doing a workshop about blank. Do not put blank. You're going to put, what is that thing that you're good at? If you're interested, let me know. That's it. right? And for those who already do these things, great, I applaud you. But for those who do not, we're going to put it out to the people. One, it's going to put top of mind awareness. Second, what it's going to do is say, oh, I didn't know Jose was an expert in that. I didn't know Chelsea was good in that. John, I didn't know he did that. It's almost going to solidify you as an SME or a subject matter expert because you're doing a workshop on it. I promise you see somebody else doing you ain't even know they did. They're going to teach you about daycare. You ain't know they was going to teach you how to open your own Amazon DSP business. You ain't know they was going to teach you about credit or taxes because you ain't know they did that. But now they put it up on their stores. You're like, dang, I ain't know Chelsea knew about that. Again, so what I need you to do is, again, you're going to say, hey, I'm doing a live workshop about blank. If you're interested, let me know. Then I want y'all to let me know how that thing worked out for you. All right, let's jump back to it. Let's jump back into it. Again, so we're going to offer our tribe a live version of our lessons. Again, we're going to cause transformation, but we also get into the money. You know, I'm big on the practical, right? So then we're going to add, subtract, expound based on the feedback. So what happens is maybe I'm doing this thing for 4 weeks. Maybe I'm doing it for 8 weeks. Maybe I'm doing this thing for 6 weeks. It doesn't matter. What will happen is after every call we ask. We got some of our students in here. Shout out to my guy, Aaron. Shout out to Ashley Schuler. These are people who I reach out to and ask like, okay, what should I take away? What should I add? Did it resonate with the people? Is there a level of impact? Is there transformation about what I'm talking about? So I can now add, subtract, expound to make sure, remember, it's not about me. Simple and selfish. I'm making this thing simple, and it's selfish. It's playing on the selfish desires of everybody else. All right, cool. Next up, after we add, subtract, and expound based off of the feedback, what we do is we repeat. We repeat, wash, rinse, and repeat. We repeat this thing for 6 to 8 weeks. Maybe you're doing it for 4, right? I want to make sure you have this thing because what happens is with those reps, you're going to have this thing pre-recorded, right? With those reps, you're going to be good at this thing in regards to speaking about it. You're going to be good in a space where people can be like, okay, you know what? And then you start going live and people ask you to be on different type of platforms. Again, you're going to repeat this process for 6 to 8 weeks. And then we wash, rinse, and repeat. And then we actually now take it to package it into an evergreen course. We now evergreen this thing out, right? People are like, all right, what does evergreen mean? It means that now this thing will be able to live forever on whatever platform we're looking at. All right, bet. He's like, Jose, I kind of feel that. I'm with it. I'm trying to figure out what we could do as far as to taking it another level. So at the same time that we are doing these modules or doing these chapters or doing these lessons, we are creating a website. We build a landing page, and then we're going to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to accept payment. You need the ability to set payment, right? So we're creating a landing page, whether it could be in ConvertKit, right? It could be in Gumroad. It could be in Podia. It could be a Wix. It could be a Squarespace. You could have a ClickFunnels. Whatever that is, we're removing all of the excuses. We create and build that landing page. You can have a picture of you, whatever, however you want to do it. What we're going to do is say, hey, we got the landing page. We're going to have the ability to accept payment. We got Stripe. We got PayPal, wherever you take. Right. So we got the landing page. We got the ability to accept payment. We also need to make sure that we are given an introductory price. What do you mean, Jose? In the introductory price, what happens is it's saying, hey, you know what? My course is going to come out for $1,000, but you know what? Right now, I'm giving it away for $697, or I'm giving it away for $497. I usually say between 60 to 50% off as an introductory price. Remember, we haven't finished anything. This is all at the same time of us doing our workshop course. This is all at the same time we're going through the process. This is all we're literally creating the landing page. I might be on lesson 2. I might be on as far as chapter 2, right? And then we're taking a payment. We're giving an introductory price between 50 to 60%. And then what happens is now we're going to make sure we're accepting their, well, I put email, but we want their name, we want their number, we want their email. Why? Because we want to keep them in the loop. We want to keep them in the loop of what's going on at the same time. And then at the same time, I can send them free videos. At the same time, I can have a super phone or a community or a text 180 account, and I can touch the people and let them know where we at in the process of creating that course. I can let them know some different gems based off of the industry. I can let them know that, yo, you know what? Let me give you a video real quick from one of the lessons or one of the modules. Give them some surprise access. So this is why we accept. We got to be able to communicate with them and not just communicating with them on our social media platforms. So we accept contact information, of course, name, email, numbers, and everything like that. And then we include a freebie. Now we include a freebie. I say it's optional, but the reason why I say we include a freebie is because, again, we got to hold them over for the time being. Remember, you haven't finished creating this thing. Remember, this thing does not exist, but you're accepting payment. I've had people who go through this process and they made between $20,000 to $25,000 just in this space, right? Just in this thing of being able to say, hey, I have a pre-sale coming out. My course is coming out. You might want to rock with this thing automatically. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing any games. And then you give that freebie at the end. You give them, we already wrote as far as the steps, right? We already wrote the steps. And so what happens is that could be a freebie. You're just literally dragging and dropping that same thing into Canva, creating your nice little ebook, and you good. All right, so let's go back. These are some of the course platforms, right? One of them, of course, the first one on there, we got Udemy or Udemy, however you want to say it. This one is a good one for starting off and launching off your course, right? It's a good starter one. A lot of people are like, I ain't never heard of it. Go in there, check it out. It's a good one, and it gives some practical applications in regards to starting off your course when you're doing it yourself. The ones that I've used also, we got Skillshare. Skillshare, this one is for teaching creative skills, but it has a lot of different things. You pay a monthly fee for that, and you have multiple courses in there that you can access in virtually any different genre, right? Anything you can think of, there's a course in there. You can actually have yours on there. Now, here's the thing about it, though. Sometimes you will have profits that you will have to, or a profit share with most of these other course platforms, right? Like the Udemy and the Skillshare. So what happens is people are paying a monthly fee, and if they are watching your course, then you're getting a percentage off of that. You don't get to market your course. You don't get to set the price. But if you are looking at setting the price, this one you're looking at Podia or Podia, however you say it, I apologize. This one is good for selling digital products and membership. But you can also, at the same time, sell your course. You can also have your podcast on there. You can sell so much. And what they do is a high level of ease of use, right? You're able to go in there. They make it crazy simple that you can go in there and say, you know what? I want this digital product in here. I want to be able to put my digital course in there. I want to put maybe a dope podcast in there, or a dope piece of audio that might not be on my regular podcast and is behind a paywall. That paywall could be whatever you set. And here's the beauty. Once you already add those components in there, now when birthdays come up, you're like, oh, I got a birthday bundle. Now when a holiday comes up, I got a holiday bundle. And all you're doing is click. All right, this goes in the bundle. I love Podia. Next one, we got Gumroad. Gumroad is selling your digital products. Like literally, you just add it up. I got an ebook. Oh, let me go put it up on Gumroad. And I love because the aspects of what they have behind the scenes of contacting the people once they buy. Similar to like ConvertKit. Then we have the big boys, which is like Teachable and Thinkific. I think those are like brother and sister. So Teachable, creating your online course or online school, right? So you can have multiple different courses in there. And then Thinkific, this is the one I use the most, right? This is building a course from scratch. Thinkific I love because the user interface and the back end of it, like you're really able to go in there. You can create affiliate links right off the fly. So you jumped on a podcast, right? You're in a space where you jumped on a podcast. You need to send off an affiliate link, and you need to be in a space where I want to drop an affiliate link immediately. Oh, I'm able to do that. So you can do that. Truly, you can do that in all of them. Next one we got is Kajabi. Kajabi is more of a all-in-one marketing and course, just like literally all-in-one platform. Right. And what I mean as far as on that, literally, I can set up my funnels. I can have my marketing and email marketing in there. I can have my course, like all of that all in one, set up my landing page all in one. What I do like about Kajabi is that if you purchase multiple courses from multiple creators or instructors, they have an app. And in that app, I'm able to now access all of these courses right in the app. And then we have our favorite Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks is rolled along with the Deepen the brand, right? For us in the squad, this is literally getting to a paid community. This is literally that one where I can have my course, I can do my lives in there, I can actually cultivate a community in there, and then literally have it all in one spot. So those are the ones that I would recommend just off of the break. And yeah, this has been the Monetize Your Brand Summit. Before we get into that though, before we get out of here, and before I want to make sure too, if you got any questions, I need you to put them things in the chat. If you got any type of value, I need you to put that thing in the chat. What was a key takeaway for you? Main reason that is, I want you to think about, a lot of people want to think about the money, right? A lot of people want to think about the money when we're doing these courses. And I want you to have an idea just on the potential of changing not just your life, but your family's life with a digital product. But again, remember first, we're making sure this thing is impactful. We're making sure that this thing is transformational, right? We're not just putting out anything out here just so we can get to the bag. But I want you to think about it like this. If we're selling a $997 course, $997, I only have to do 1,000 of those and I hit 7 figures. Again, this for those who you got your phones out and you're like, okay, all right, I'm rocking with you. That's usually the starting point that I do most of my courses at. Anyway, $997. I sell 1,000 of them. I made $1 million. All right, cool. You say, Jose, I don't know. I don't know if I can do $1 million. I understand. I'm with you. If I sell 100 of them, right? That's 6 figures, minimum 6 figures. I did 100 of them. Rock with me. So let's say in a year, we put this thing out in a year, and what happens is in 365 days, for me to hit $1 million, I literally have to sell 2.7 a day. Now, again, everybody's like, yo, all right, I get that. It's easy to break down the math like that, Jose. That's cool. All right, cool. Let's say if you were doing as far as 6 figures, I only got to sell one every other week. 6 figures passively, I need to sell one course every other week. I want you to really, really understand and get an idea of this thing. And the main reason is because most of the people are thinking that this thing is too lofty and they're like, I don't know how I'm going to make this money, or I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. But when you show up, right, you're doing your IG lives, you showing up, we're doing different summits, you showing up and you give it away as far as that free game. What will happen is people are going to rock with you and they're going to like, yo, I want more. You started your YouTube page and you've helped those people out. Right? It's too many people that are on here and you are this thing. And I mean it when I mean I'm the brand. It's life or death for somebody. There's somebody right now who needs what you have. Yet again, we've been sitting and we've been waiting. I don't even know what we're waiting for. Right? I always say that when we make an excuse, all of this is a sophisticated lie. We're making excuses again. I'm gonna start Monday. We're making excuses. I'm gonna do it on my birthday. We're making excuses I'm gonna do it on the end of the year or the beginning of the year. I'm gonna do it on the anniversary of my mama's death. All these daggone excuses. But all we're doing is lying to ourselves and lying to the people who we need our help. I always say that your course is better in the hands of the people than it is in your head or on your hard drive. And a lot of y'all ain't even got it to your hard drive yet, and it's just sitting in your head. And we're talking about levels of impact. We're talking about levels of transformation. I'm talking about being able to touch the people who need your brand story, who need your voice, who need that thing that you've been through the trenches for. As ET would say, get a reward for your pain. So let's open it up. I want to make sure if I have any type of questions, I want to also make sure that we were within the time frame of everything. You know what I'm saying? Did we get them in there? My bad.
Oh, you good. You good. Hold on. Let's answer some questions real quick. Hold up. I got a few. First question. Can you build courses within Mighty Networks?
The answer is unequivocally yes. Yes, I love Mighty Networks. Shout out to everybody who was within the squad. Shout out to everybody rocking with Deeper Than the Brand. Like, all of our stuff is housed in Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks is the GOAT. Shout out to Mighty Networks. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Got another one. What is the difference? Oh, I got you. Oh, hold up. Let's see you. What's the difference, the wording of promise versus a guarantee besides the actual words promise and guarantee? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yep. So let's first go off of it. A promise is basically saying I have a result. So case in point, I use as a perfect example. Every course that I've put out, we've at minimum within 11 months hit at least 6 figures. All right. Yet I've had five of them that hit over 1 million, over 1 million. I'm not going to say a promise of, oh, let me show you how to get 1 million, even though I got some quantifiable results with it, right? I want to make sure we're clear. Even though I have quantifiable results with $1 million in courses made that I know I could follow the same blueprint, The promise is saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to pick an average, and that average is saying, at least on mine, I'm going to say my average is, let me show you how in at least 11 months get to 6 figures, monetizing your brand, monetizing your ideas. It's still not a guarantee. Guarantees, if you notice at the bottom of anything, it's going to say this is the results are not typical, the little legal mumbo jumbo. My promise is saying that I've done this before. I have quantifiable results, and I'm able to duplicate those results over and over again. This is one of the reasons why I say go and help people. And the reason why I say go and help people, we have a lot of people who are in a space where it's like, yo, I've made 6 figures. And the first thing I say, how many other people have you made 6 figures? There ain't nobody. I say, okay, let's go ahead and help somebody. Let's go ahead and get somebody else to 6 figures. And now we can create a program around it. Here's the beauty. We can create the program at the same time. So the promise is always based off of your results, but quantifiable to the place of helping other people. We're selling our course to other people, so we want to help other people in that space. I hope that makes sense. Because when I mean as far as a promise is that something I can speak to somebody and say, hey, after taking this, you will be here. You started here, I'm going to take you to here. That's what a promise and a tangible thing. We're not building out Hallmark cards and fairy tales and things of that nature.
That's good. Okay, here we got another one.
Yep.
Question. Can I do a DJ course?
Oh, yes, you could do a DJ course. I want everybody to think about it like this, right? In anything you do, we want to think outside the box. And what I mean outside the box, we got to get outside of the consumer mindset. We're getting a producer mindset. So a DJ course, it can say how to start being a DJ. Okay, great. Maybe let me show you how to be the most effective wedding DJ. Let me show you how to be the best in regards to event DJ. Let me show you how to be a DJ for these actual events. A lot of times we got speaking events, Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson, Jamal King, all these events that be going on, they need DJs for those also. How do you navigate? How do you get behind this wall? How do you be able to break down those barriers? And let me show you how to do that. Okay, great. If you're not that, let me show you how to be your own DJ at the house. Let me teach you how to, you might be able to, look, I promise you, if somebody teach me how to be a DJ at the house and I might got some company, hey, look, I promise you, like, yo, I don't know what app I need to use and I'll be showing off my DJ skills, I'm buying your course. Again, just don't think about, all right, I want you to think outside of the box. What have you done? Is there other people you've helped do something? Ask those people that you have helped, like, yo, what was the best thing that I taught you? Well, you know what? You taught me that these are different specific sites that I can go to, or you taught me how I could go live without getting copyright hits, or you showed me how you're going to write all those down, right? And now we're creating this valuable course, not just about the low-hanging fruit of DJs, right? But maybe we're going to niche down and get more intricate in regards to creating. And that's not just DJs. It could be fitness. It could be real estate. If it's real estate, all right, let's niche down. Is it fix and flip? Is it wholesale, right? Are you doing buying holds? Are you teaching how to do house hacking, right? What are you doing in the space? Are you teaching how to buy land? Are you doing tax sales? Like, don't just say real estate. We say, oh, let's niche down specifically so they're going to know you specifically as that person who got the juice. I want you to think about it like this too. If all these people are sitting around at a table, right? We got all these people sitting around at a table and somebody said, I need help with blank. And they would think about you. Somebody's going to say, you know what? Jonathan is the one. Or you know what? Jessica is the one. Or Chelsea is the one. What is that blank? What are they sitting around talking about that you're good at? What is that blank? And don't be one of those ones like, yo, I'm good at everything. Because I promise you good at everything. I promise you, you will be known for nothing. Our brains just don't work like that. I went off on a slight tangent, but it's still wrapped up in there.
It's all good. It's all good. I heard of it. I heard it. You maybe disappeared for a little bit. When making the price more affordable, do people jump on it, or does the price being higher bring the value up?
So it goes both ways, right? I'm always, in regards to a signature course, I'm always going to say we're going to go mid-ticket, or for some people, again, it's justifiable, but they say high ticket. We're going to start at the $9.99, right? And we're going to start there. Now, if we're doing a mini course, right, or if we're doing a ebook or a hybrid, shout out to my people who have the mini course that I have where it's a hybrid, also where it's a ebook and video, right? Maybe I can charge this one at $97 to be at a lead magnet. One thing I want you to think about, though, my boy always says this. He said, yo, I got a 2020 21 Tesla, and if I was to put this thing on Craigslist for 6,000, there's gonna be people who buy, but those real people who will want to buy, they're gonna like, yo, is it wrong? Did it get water damage? Like it was a flood? Did if somebody get shot in it? Like what is wrong with that thing? I use the example also about when I was in high school. I used to love pizza day. Again, there's one dude came at the end. He had the pizza. It was bubbly. You know what I'm saying? Looking real good on the tray. And he handed it to me. And I'm like, you don't want nothing in exchange? Again, we're talking about perception of value. I'm thinking, did he spit on it? Did he sneeze on it? Did he put his finger in it? And what happens is a lot of times when we underprice our course or our product or our service, most people are like, yo, did he spit in it? Did she put her finger in it? Did it fall on the floor? Right? They start to look at the value of what you're bringing to the table, and they're like, oh, I might as well go to somebody else. Not knowing that you have the transformation, not knowing that you have the information that they need, but they're going to go somebody else because they feel like it's a higher value. What is more valuable, a Hanes shirt or a Louis Vuitton t-shirt made out of the same daggone product? Some people say, you know what, that Louis Vuitton is more valuable. Well, and some people say that Hanes from Walmart is more valuable because I could buy a whole pack of those things and I could wear multiple on it and I can mess it up and I could go. Again, the value is dependent on your audience and your client and whoever you specifically talking to. So, and in a nutshell, it's both, right? It's both where if we under charge, that people will look at it a certain way. And then if we overcharge, we just want to make sure that I'm giving at least that value. I'm saving them time. I'm saving them money, and I'm making the money that is going to represent at least what you're charging. I use a last example on this one to answer this question. You rock with me. I'm always like, in my mind, I got to get you at least 3 times the amount that you actually invested in me. That is my goal. That is my minimum goal. 3 times the amount that you invested. I mean, anybody who knows work with me one-on-one, I'm not cheap. But my goal when we get out of this thing is for you to make 3 times. So that's where my value proposition is. That's where my value add is. So I ask you, what's your value add?
That's good. And probably the last question, how you answering these.
I know.
Here we go. You're going to be covered. What is typically the time frame between announcing I am putting out a workshop and the actual date to put the workshop, as well as collecting payment and launching the course?
I like that was heavy. Keep that up.
You're going to be covered. You're definitely going to be covered.
We
can do this. We can do this.
Yeah, no, we're good. No, you're
good.
good.
No, we can do this. No. Keep you there. Keep you there.
Oh, there it is. All right, we're good. All right. So what I want you to think about, right, in regards to the time frame. So the announcement, and we're doing like the pre-sale workshop thing. I want that thing to be fresh, meaning to the point. If I announce this thing today and I got people who are coming in and they're like, yo, I'm interested, I want to create something immediately. I mean, I want to have a first lesson immediately. Remember, you know this thing, right? We want to start this thing immediately. And then I'm getting feedback immediately. And when I mean immediately, we're talking about no more than a week, right? And the main reason that is, if we do no more than a week, what will happen is the beauty is now I can get results. I can hear feedback. Great, no problem. At the same time, I can start now my pre-sale site. The pre-sale site, I usually say, hey, this pre-sale site, you probably like 3-4 weeks prior to the actual date. You can still do a build up, right? There's different launch strategies, but for the basic person, it's like, yo, I'm going through this at the same time. I can have my pre-sale site probably as of, let's say the 3rd or 4th week of me teaching, depending on how long I'm going to be teaching for. So if I'm teaching for 6 weeks, I might be bringing it out at the 3rd or 4th week. If I'm teaching this for 8, maybe I bring it out in the 6th week in the pre-sale space, right? But in regards to when I put it out to the people, definitely if I got feedback, I want to start this thing immediately. A lot of times people are waiting for numbers. Like, yo, I only got 3 people. And I say, if I ever hear you say only again, are you kidding me? We got some people who don't get 3 people to listen to them for 5 minutes, let alone you about to have somebody listen to you for an hour. You got people who paid you money, you know what I'm saying, and they doing this thing. Like, you got to understand that I promise you, I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 5, we're going to treat it like it's 5,000. It's too many people in this space, and we're using that word only. We need to be faithful over the few. We need to make sure that we're rocking with the people and adding the value to those people because they deserve the exact same amount of value if it was 1,000 people in there, if it was 10,000 people in there. And because what will happen is we're talking about one day it will be that. So we're going to act as if it is that already. I'm Jose and I digress.
All right. Okay. All right. So look, as you see in the pin post, and I'm going to put in the description for my people who are watching this replay, day 2 goodie bag, all right, is there for you to get the frame. Let me show the frame. You know I always got to show the frame once in a while. You know what I mean? I got to show the frame. Boop. Oh, let me cover him. You know what I mean? Don't want to cover him. But how have the first 2 days helped you? Okay, you get to download this template. There's an extra template. We have like 3 slides, Jose. 2-3 slides of yours.
2-3 slides in there. Yeah.
Value. 2-3 slides. Super valuable, people. So go download that. It's a Dropbox. Okay, it's right there. And like I said, for those people who are watching this replay, we'll have it in the description. It'll be the first thing. Look. This is what I need you to do, okay? I need you to go to this channel that you're on right now, okay? And I need you to hit set reminder for day 3. Okay? Set reminder for day 3. Tomorrow we are talking about monetizing your brand, okay? Everything from you personally to your content. If you're ready, if you're not. Okay, where you can monetize your stuff. We got a lot of resources. I got a lot of stuff, and you gotta wait till the end. Okay, you gotta wait till the end. I got something for you. We got something for you. Okay, so that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay, and slight plug. Nicky and Moose is playing on the other YouTube channel at Nicky and Moose. It's a really dope podcast. It's right now. So you can go, like right after this, go type Nicky and Moose. It's really dope. Okay, I'm just saying.
I think I know like, 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. I don't know. I know somebody who's on there. You know what I mean? I know somebody who's on there. I think I know the guy named Moose too. He's really dope. Everybody thinks he looks like Cap, but he doesn't. Well, he does, but he's not. You know? But anyways, we're out. You already know what we're going to say. Holla.